is Ryan Fecto with US Builders Review reporting live from Greenbuild in Washington, D.C. We're excited to be joined by Beth Heider, who works for Skanska. We're going to have Beth tell us a little bit about Skanska and the work that they're doing across the country, and a little bit about her involvement with the United States Green Building Council here in Washington, D.C. So, Beth, would you just introduce yourself a little bit and talk a little bit about Skanska?
Sure, thanks, Ryan. I'm Beth Heider. I am Chief Sustainability Officer for Skanska USA. So I have the opportunity to influence and collaborate with our 4 business units here in the U.S. We have had a long relationship with USGBC. We've been members since 2000, since early days. I had the great opportunity to serve on USGBC's board for 6 years, and even though I've rolled off the board, we now are working with USGBC as our sustainable business partner. So Mahesh and Pratik and Margot Street and the amazing folks at USGBC are actually helping us to build a sustainable market transformation tool that will allow us to do the pesky requirement of reporting back to the mothership in Sweden while we actually drive business performance on the projects that we build here in the USA.
And of course, you're decked out in your USGBC here
Yes.
today, so there's no shortage of love for the USGBC. And we're in Washington, D.C., so there is a level of significance with being in the backyard of lawmakers who are making decisions. And of course, D.C. has the most LEED projects per capita in the United States. What is, from your perspective, if you could put your finger on it, what is the significance of being here in Washington, D.C. for Skanska and for the USGBC?
Well, I've lived in Washington, D.C. since 1984. Were you born then?
I was not. I was not.
So I've lived here for a long time, and at that time, Washington was considered to be a little bit of a slow riser when it came to civic services. I think that the city has completely transformed itself, and the leadership here through their sustainability plans have just been extraordinary. Working with Bill Updike and the guys at DDOE, they're doing an amazing job. So I think that celebrating the work that the city has been doing, and even folks like DC Water, we had a chance to build a ginormous tunnel for them to manage water overflow. So it's both our civil group that are doing sustainable things here in Washington, as well as our building.
And so when you think about Greenbuild, and obviously it's been across the country, and has seen more and more uptick in folks that are walking the floor. When folks are visiting Skanska in this gorgeous booth that you've developed here, what do you hope is the biggest takeaway for them when they have the opportunity to engage the work that you're doing?
I hope the biggest takeaway that they have is that you can build anything green, and we can help you do it. Whether it's infrastructure, or whether it's high-rise buildings, or whether it's more modest commercial structures, we can help you get there.
So what projects in this area specifically are you excited about the work that you're doing?
Well, actually there are 2. One right here in Washington, D.C., which we're just consulting on, and one that has already received its LEED Platinum and is excellent and is in its Living Building Challenge performance period.
Great,
so it's both and. So that project is the Brock Center, which is an educational center for children, is going to be not only LEED Platinum certified, it has been certified, but it's also pursuing Living Building Challenge certification. And it will become a tool to teach thousands and thousands of students not only how buildings can do less bad, but actually how they can be restored.
So in fact, an opportunity to have children be the leaders of tomorrow.
That's right, they're going to want it anyway.
So from Greenbuild here in Washington, D.C., I'm Ryan Fecto with US Builders Review. This is Beth Heider with Skanska. Thanks again for taking the time. I know you're a very, very busy woman. Been running around all day, I'm sure, and we do appreciate you taking the time to speak to us and providing a great deal of knowledge about the tremendous work Skanska is doing across the country and here in the D.C. metro area. Thanks, Beth.